Part 1. The notice had been tacked crookedly to the board outside Miller's Mercantile for nearly a month by the time Abigail Turner read it. Ranch cook wanted. Room, board, modest pay. No promises, no flowery words, just the plain handwriting of a man who'd likely run out of patience before running out of hope. Abigail stood there longer than she meant to, one hand resting on the worn sleeve of her coat, the other gripping the small fingers of her youngest child. Hunger had a way of sharpening the eyes. She was a widow of 2 winters now, traveling west from one temporary kindness to another, never staying long enough to wear out her welcome. Her children, Thomas with his too serious gaze, Lila clutching a rag doll with half a face, and baby Samuel heavy on her hip, had learned to be quiet when adults spoke and to eat quickly when food appeared. Pride had thinned in Abigail like an old blanket, but it hadn't vanished completely. Answering a notice meant asking again. The ranch sat beyond the last rise of land, where the grass grew coarse and the wind moved without apology. The man who opened the door was taller than she expected, broad-shouldered, with sun-worn skin and a guarded look that suggested he'd already weighed and measured her before she spoke a word. "I saw your notice," Abigail said. Her voice held steady. "I can cook. And clean. I don't mind early mornings." His eyes flicked, then stilled, landing on the children clustered behind her skirts. The silence stretched. Thomas straightened, as if bracing for rejection. Lila hid her face. Samuel whimpered once. "I didn't ask for children," the man said, not unkindly, but firm. "I know," Abigail replied. "They come with me." He hesitated, then stepped aside to let them in from the wind. The house was sparse but solid. Iron stove, long table scarred by years of use, a single window catching the afternoon light. The air smelled of coffee gone cold and dust. A place run by habit, not comfort. "What's your name?" he asked. "Abigail Turner." "I'm Daniel Ross." She set Samuel down and, without asking, moved toward the stove. Old instincts took over. She lifted the kettle, tested its weight, noted the sacks of flour, the jar of beans. Within minutes, water was heating. Daniel watched from the doorway, arms crossed, saying nothing. By evening, the house smelled of bread. Not fancy, just the kind that filled the belly and warmed the bones. Daniel ate slowly, as if unused to sharing a table. The children waited until Abigail nodded before touching their plates. "You're welcome to stay the night," Daniel said at last. "I'll decide in the morning." Abigail nodded, gratitude pressing tight behind her ribs. She tucked the children into a narrow room that night, listening to the wind slide along the walls. She didn't pray for miracles anymore. Only for a chance.